It's 6 o'clock, and you're watching Good Day OK.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Good Day OK. I'm Jasmine Anderson.
I'm Chris Stanford. A busy morning this morning. Got a couple of breaking news stories. Also, in the weather, a big story here. December's knocking at the door, but we have severe weather in the forecast, Marcy.
We do. Now, this comes into play tomorrow afternoon and evening as a cold front moves through the state, but we've got your back. And new this morning, there's now an enhanced risk for severe weather in far east and southeast Oklahoma. That's where the biggest threat will be, but we've also now included Oklahoma City in a very low risk for severe weather Friday afternoon and evening. It looks like damaging wind and hail will be our biggest threat with any storm that develops in the metro, with a tornado risk in far east and southeast Oklahoma. That again is coming tomorrow afternoon and evening. 67 tomorrow. It will be cooler but dry this weekend. High back near 50 on Sunday. Today's looking great. Sunny skies starting out in the low 40s. We'll see a high of 66 with not much wind today. We're tracking snow chances coming up early next week. I'll tell you when in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking a lot about I-40 West in recent weeks, and I don't think we're going to stop anytime soon. We've got ongoing construction through this area between I-240 and Peebly Road. The lanes already narrow through this area, and tonight and into the day tomorrow, there's even more construction going on. This road going to be reduced to one lane starting at 7:30 tonight and continuing till 3:30 tomorrow morning, and then we have the road completely shutting down on Friday night. The bridge also over XXX Road closed right now, so you're going to want to find an alternate route. Here's your best bet. State Highway 102 to Highway 62 or State Highway 102 to Highway 9. I would avoid I-40 altogether until at least the weekend. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip is at I-44 and Northwest 10th right now. He's checking out various construction projects around the city for us this morning, looking really good where he's at. So if you're getting an early start to your morning commute, you shouldn't have any issues. Stay with us. We'll continue to keep you updated. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
A brand new update to breaking news this morning as shots were fired this morning outside of Oklahoma City University.
Fox 25 Sade Gray is live there now in Sade. Police have someone in custody. Who is it?
Yeah, good morning, Chris and Jasmine. Police arrested 19-year-old Tristan Nelson. They've identified him, but I also want you to take a look at this really quick. This is the witness's van that was shot out this morning. We talked to him briefly. He said he didn't want to be on camera, but he says that he does patrol this this security. He patrols this apartment complex as a security guard, and he said it was just a very scary situation. But I want you to take a look at your screen really quick. This is video of that suspect, as we just mentioned, as police identified as 19-year-old Tristan Nelson. They said that they were called out near 31st and Blackwelder this morning for shots fired, as well as a person waving a gun, as well as pointing a gun. When they initially came out, they didn't find that suspect. But then, as we just showed you, the witness's van who was shot out, they said that that passerby noticed that suspect pointing a gun at a woman's head. And when they came back out, they noticed that suspect running around in that area. They had a short foot pursuit and then set up a perimeter to find that suspect, which they did find him in the backyard of someone's home, as well as the canine unit found a gun in that backyard. Now, as we mentioned, Tristan Nelson, as the police have identified him, he has been taken to the Oklahoma County Jail for one charge of assault with a deadly weapon. We'll keep you updated with any more information. Back to you.
Thank you, Sade. More breaking news to report this morning. OKC Fire working to put out a house fire near Old Town Britain.
Wayne Stafford just got an update from the battalion chief. What did he tell you, Wayne?
Chris and Jasmine, good morning. They tell us that this home was a frequent area for squatters. It's a vacant home, but several squatters and police responded to squatters here at this home. But I want to show you right here behind me. This is where they think it caused the fire. These propane tanks that were fueling a heater of some type, a portable heater. Right now, they're working to confirm whether that's true or not. But again, this is what they think might have been the cause of the fire. They said it wasn't likely to cause any type of explosion or any type of thing because there's only superficial damage to the heater right here, but significant damage to the house right here. No injuries, no one inside at the time right now, and they're still investigating and going inside the home trying to get the latest information. And we're going to have more coming up in just 30 minutes on Fox 25. Back to you.
Thank you, Wayne. An update to breaking news this morning. Oklahoma City police continue their search for two people who robbed a man at gunpoint last night. Officers say it happened around 7 o'clock in the parking lot of Penn Square Mall near the Dillard's entrance. Police say the two robbers demanded a man's wallet while pointing a gun at him. Police don't have a good description of the suspects, but they say they left in a black car. So stay with Good Day OK for any updates. And we've got your back with how you can stay safe shopping this holiday season. Police say you need to be more alert and aware of what's going around you. So don't walk with your head down and texting when you're going back to your car after shopping. Park in well-lit spaces as close to the storefront doors as possible. And don't leave your shopping bags in plain sight. Cover them up. Or put them in your trunk, and avoid carrying around large amounts of cash. Instead, use your credit or debit cards. Happening today, a teenager will be sentenced for the murdering of a woman and shooting her son. Blaze Teague pleaded guilty to murder and shooting with intent to kill last month. Teague was just 14 when police say he broke into Tammy Thomas's home in Cordell and shot and killed her. Thomas's son was also shot but recovered. He was sentenced in Ouachita County courtroom this afternoon at 1:30. That's happening.
In court today in Norman, D'Angelo Burgess. He'll have a pretrial conference. Burgess is accused of leading troopers on a chase last year that resulted in the death of Lieutenant Heath Meyer. Meyer was hit by another OHP cruiser while laying out stop sticks. Burgess has pleaded not guilty to murder and eluding charges. His trial is scheduled to begin next week.
We have breaking news. China has reportedly halted the work done by the team that is said to have created the world's first gene-edited babies. And that's according to a report from the Associated Press. That controversy sparked earlier this week when scientists announced the unconfirmed breakthrough. The scientist who carried it out claimed that he was trying to prevent the spread of the HIV and AIDS virus by cutting it off from mother to child there. But that started an ethical dilemma, detractors saying that it basically amounted to human experimentation. So for now, according to the Associated Press, that is going to be cut off. We don't know how long this halt will last here. We're going to look for more information here at the live desk.
Dan, thank you. It's going to cost you a lot of money to buy medical marijuana right now. The Enid News and Eagle is reporting the first cannabis harvest is hitting shelves now, but there's more of a demand than there is a supply. That means dispensaries are selling the drug for about $400 to $450 an ounce. Oklahomans for Health say ideally the drug should sell for about $150 an ounce. As of Sunday, the state has issued more than 1,100 growing licenses. Nearly 15,000 Oklahomans now have a patient card.
6:09 right now. The next step in the state's pursuit of opioid manufacturers will be taken today. A Cleveland County judge will hear several motions starting at 9 o'clock this morning in the state's lawsuit against Purdue, Janssen, and Teva Pharmaceuticals. The state is suing the companies along with a few others over the opioid epidemic. It'll go to trial in May. The city of Norman getting closer to redeveloping the area near a partially abandoned mental health facility. The Norman Transcript is reporting the City Council approved a memorandum that outlines a long-term lease agreement with the Department of Mental Health. That lease will now be for 160 acres of land south of Sutton Wilderness near the Griffin Memorial Hospital, where the city plans to build a soccer complex. Now, this has been in the planning stages for years already. The state was given the option to sell the land in 2014, and the city had originally aimed to complete the sale in 2016. They're now hoping to get a lease signed by December 14th.
The state has been awarded nearly $3 billion in funds for housing assistance. Here's where some of that money will go in the metro. The city of Midwest City will be able to provide down payment assistance to 40 home buyers. Native American Housing Services will build 2 rental homes in Edmond, and Neighborhood Housing Services will build 4 homes for purchase in El Reno.
Well, a live look at the zoo this morning. The Christmas classic, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Is that?
Hippopotamus will do. How can you not sing along to that song?
It is 65 years old this year, and the singer, Gayla Peavy, will have a live performance of the song at the zoo today. How about that?
So cool.
The sing-along is going to take place at 11 o'clock this morning. The song was recorded in 1953 by Peavy, an OKC native. It was the inspiration for getting the OKC Zoo's first hippo. Zoo admission is not required to attend the event. It's at the Rosser Education Center.
Well, should be a good day for them, Mars.
Yeah, that was one of my top 10 Christmas songs, like my whole life. Love it, love it, love it. Temperature's going to be great out there at the zoo today. Perfect weather. 51 around 10 a.m. So maybe still a little chilly this morning, but we'll make it to 66 by this afternoon with sunny skies, not much wind out there. So enjoy it today. Another great day for the Chickasha Festival of Light, too. 57 around 8 p.m., 51 at 10. Don't get used to these warmer temperatures. Look what is coming next week. Arctic air returns with those highs back in the low to mid 40s. Yeah, it's about to get cold again. We've got your back on our severe risk for tomorrow and then snow chances by Monday. Yeah, that's coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Lucky Star Casino, steer clear. A traffic update 6:11 now. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you're about to head out the door, maybe you're headed to the airport out of town for the weekend, you're going to have an easy breezy commute. I-44 eastbound to Airport Road only going to take you about 15 minutes right now. If you're coming up I-44 westbound to Airport Road, even better, looking at only 14 minutes. Traffic currently traveling at about 62 miles an hour on both sides of the interstate. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip is at Southwest 29th and Agnew. We have some ongoing bridge painting projects going on in this area. Southwest 29th currently reduced to one lane right there at I-44. Keep that in mind. This area does get pretty congested during rush hour. Excuse me. Stay with us. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thank you, Emily. 6:12 right now. As we look outside this morning, it's a little chilly out there, and donations are needed right now to help give every kid in the Oklahoma City School District a coat.
So let's do it. How you can help coming up next.
Unbelievable live images coming out of Arizona right now as a fire tears through a massive mansion. Take a live look here. This is in Chandler, Arizona, a suburb just to the southeast of the Phoenix area. This is a 12,000 square foot home, and you can see a very large response by Maricopa County officials there. They are a ways off from putting this out. There is good news here. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says everyone is believed to have gotten out of that house okay. There are no injuries reported at this time, but this is going to be up for a while. We're going to continue to bring you live looks into this. No word yet on what caused this fire.
Massive fire, Dan. Thank you for the update there. 6:16. Let's take a look at the morning headlines.
The president's going to be traveling to Argentina to attend the G20 summit. There, he's expected to meet with dozens of world leaders Friday and Saturday. His meetings include China's Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trade among the most highly anticipated topics. One leader he will not meet with, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Salman has been accused of ordering the death of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
Struggling retailer Sears is getting a temporary lifeline this morning. They just got approved for a $350 million loan to keep the company afloat and operating through the holiday season. The funding will be from Cypress Capital Partners as part of Sears' bankruptcy deal. The retailer is closing more than 170 of its 700 stores by the end of the year.
The Foundation for Oklahoma City Public Schools still looking for donations for its KOKH Kid Drive. The foundation looking to complete its drive by December 14th. They say they still need about $16,000. This drive aims to provide a coat for every single student in the district. That's about 46,000 kids.
This is a very basic need, but it's one that we know is so important to their ability to be able to learn and do well in school.
So the best way to donate is to go to the foundation's website. We've set up a link for you. You can find it right now at okcfox.com.
Fox 25 wants to make sure all kids in the Metro have a Merry Christmas. We are teaming up with Hudeberg Auto Group for this year's Toys for Tots Toy Drive. Unwrapped toys can be dropped off at any Hudeberg location in the Metro. All donations will benefit Toys for Tots, which is run by the U.S. Marines. Hey Mars, good time to go shopping, right?
Oh yeah, temperature's looking great today. Lots of sunshine, not much wind. 51 at 10 a.m., 60 by noon. 66 is our high today. We will see some passing clouds, but definitely no rain today. We're watching our next big weather maker, a low pressure system already bringing some rain to California. This is going to be moving in tomorrow with a cold front bringing, some strong or severe thunderstorms to Oklahoma. So we've got your back, and let's track the newest timing here. Today, nothing to worry about. out. We'll see a lot of sunshine. We do wake up tomorrow morning with more cloud cover, maybe some patchy fog. You'll notice it being a little bit more humid tomorrow morning. Most of the day tomorrow will be fine. It'll be after about 5 p.m. that we see that cold front move in. Thunderstorms will develop along the I-35 corridor and then move quickly to the east. So the chances for thunderstorms in the metro are only about 20 to 30%, higher as you go east. But the storms that we do see develop along I-35 in central Oklahoma may be severe. So there is a new risk for severe weather for tomorrow. It includes Oklahoma City in a low threat, but an enhanced risk now south and southeast. That's where we could see a few tornadoes across the metro. Just damaging wind and hail would be our biggest threat. It's dry this weekend, though. Cooler, 62 on Saturday to 50 on Sunday. So we're talking about severe weather on Friday, and then we're talking about some snow chances by Sunday night, mainly for northwest Oklahoma. But it's not out of the question now for us to see a light wintry mix in Oklahoma City Sunday night into Monday morning. We've got your back. Of course, we're keeping a close eye on that. 67 windy tomorrow. Next week, much colder with those highs in the 40s.
Lucky Star Casino, steer clear traffic update 6:20 now. Most of the metro looking green and clean. We are starting to see a slight buildup along I-40 West, right in that construction area between I-240 and Peebly Road. Other than that, though, everything looking really good this morning. If you're about to head out the door, we've got your back with a look at your average speeds. I-35 northbound, you're going to be going about 67 miles per hour. Those of you traveling I-44 eastbound, 69 miles per hour. Yukon commuters, you're looking at 62 miles per hour. And then those of you coming I-235 southbound, also 62 miles per hour. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip at Southwest 29th Street for us this morning. Chip, any congestion in that area?
I mean, we're flowing along good, even though we're down to one lane on the westbound side of of Southwest 29th. This is going to be for that painting project, the bridge over I-44, getting painted here on Southwest 29th, but it should be wrapping up soon. This closure is scheduled to continue just through the end of the month. Emily?
All right, good information there. Thank you, Chip. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
We're back here on a busy Thursday morning, 6:20 full right now. As give you a look outside, just a little bit before the sun comes in. Well, have you seen the White House is now decorated for Christmas? The red trees that the First Lady put in the hallways
Those are
really
beautiful.
lighting up social media.
I love that.
That stands out the most, those trees. 40 of them lining the East Wing hallway. The First Lady designed them. The berry red topiary-like trees generated a lot of reactions, some making jokes, some saying she has no taste, others calling it classy. Yesterday, she defended the trees.
We are in 21st century and everybody has a different taste. I think they look fantastic. I hope everybody will come over and visit it. In real life, they look even more beautiful, and you're all very welcome to visit the White House, the People's House.
You know, trees are not political, so, you know, just look at the trees for what they are.
I don't know why.
Beautiful.
I don't understand why she has to defend them.
Fashion sense, so it makes sense that the trees look nice.
Well, throughout the month of December, the White House will host more than 100 open houses. 30,000 visitors will walk through during public tours. And outside, you see here, the National Christmas tree is now lit as well.
It's beautiful.
It is. We are following several developing stories this morning, including a fire in northwest Oklahoma City.
Yeah, this is a live look near Northwest 89th and Western right now. OKC fire crews have put that fire out, as you can see, and believe they know what the cause is, the item you may have in your home that started the fire. Next.
You're watching Good Day OK.
Well, good morning, everybody. On a Thursday, it's already November 29th.
Did you believe it, Chris? We've already had Thanksgiving. We're moving on.
Did that happen already?
Yes. Yes, it's all over. It's over.
Where am I? Did Thanksgiving happen already?
It already
what
happened,
year is
Chris.
it?
So now we're talking about Christmas and all the the stuff that goes along with it. Have you finished shopping?
I've started. Well, I was going to say, it doesn't really feel like we're about to hit December because we're talking about severe weather in the forecast.
Yes, we are, and that's going to come into play for your Friday. Not only do we have severe weather, we're also talking about some snow chances. So yeah, welcome to Oklahoma this time of the year, right? This morning, it is nice out there. It is cold, but not as cold as it's been. 39 at 7 a.m., 40 around 8 a.m., 43 by 9. We're going to see a really quick warm up today, warmer than yesterday with our high of 66. Still looking at a lot of sunshine today and not much wind. So let's look ahead to the weekend, right? Because it's Friday Eve, already planning our weekend, and it will be cooler. 62 on Saturday to 50 on Sunday, thanks to another strong cold front that'll be moving in. We've got your back. I'll time out this severe risk for your Friday and tell you when we could see some snow chances, even into central Oklahoma. That's coming up in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear. A traffic update. Hello, everybody. 6:30 now. We have about 30 minutes before the morning rush hour really kicks off. Not seeing any issues or delays out there right now, as you can see by looking at the map, but that could change from 7 onward. So we've got your back this morning with a look at your alternate routes. I-44 eastbound, you can always take Portland Avenue. Those of you coming I-40 eastbound, your best alternate routes are Northwest 10th or Reno. Northwest Oklahoma City commuters, you can always take Kelly or Western, and then those of you coming up from Moore or Norman, your best alternate route is Eastern Avenue. Let's take a live look outside of your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip, tell us where you are and what you're seeing.
Hey, good morning, Emily. This is I-40. I'm going eastbound right now. I-40 flowing smoothly both directions right here. I'm going to be headed to a place where I-40 actually going to be completely shutting down tomorrow night. That's going to be happening at Peebly Road. It's going to be happening tomorrow evening, so after the evening rush, but we'll talk about the timing there and how long that closure is going to last coming up in a few minutes. Emily.
Sounds great. Thank you, Chip. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Emily. Back to our breaking news this morning. Firefighters have put out a house fire in northwest Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Fox 25's Wayne Stafford is live near Northwest 89th and Western. And Wayne, fire crews are saying that a propane tank started this.
Yeah, Kristen Jasmine, that's what they're thinking. They're still investigating that. They haven't confirmed that, but they are saying that a heater fueled by propane tanks is what might have caused this fire starting in the back. But I want to show you that there's a number of things in this house. This is all just damaged, different items, a TV, a piano right here, electric piano that is, a number of other things. And fire crews, they tell us that this is actually a vacant home, but this was housed by squatters, they say. Now, we were here early this morning when this was very active. A number of fire crews were here, and a lot of smoke could be seen coming from the top of the roof of this building, this house right here. They tell us that this call came in about 4:30 this morning. It started in the rear of the structure, and they're saying that there's no injuries and no one was inside. Again, they think there might have been a portable heater of some kind fueled by propane tanks. A number of propane tanks were taken out of this home. There wasn't any damage to the propane tanks, just kind of superficial damage, so there wasn't any risk of an explosion of any kind. But this is what Oklahoma City Fire Department crews had to say once we got here.
Once we arrived on scene, first crews had heavy fire showing from the rear of the structure. Once they made entry, it was apparent that there had been someone living here. Did find a heater that was been fueled by propane bottles.
So they're investigating that right now. That's what they think. That's probably their strongest bet right there, is that's what's caused the fire. Squatters might have been living in here just trying to stay warm on this cool night. And so right now they're still trying to contact the homeowner and clean up this mess that's kind of building up behind me right here. Chris, Jasmine.
Right now, I want to take you right back out to Arizona, where fire crews there are dealing with a massive fire at a mansion just to the southeast of Phoenix. This is a live look into Chandler. It's an aerial view, and you can just see the flames have spread throughout the entirety of this 12,000 square foot mansion. We also had a ground view. Let's stay on the aerial view for now. Looks like our ground view has gone down here. Actually, let's go over to that right now. You can see from the ground just how firefighters are trying to attack this. The big problem now is containing this fire to this massive structure. We've got a lot of embers going up in the air. Arizona, naturally just a very dry place. Things can catch easily there. So they've got the aerial ladders up, about a half dozen of them from my count, and they are trying to just keep this within those mansion walls. Officials do say they believe everybody got out in time. There's no injuries reported at this time. We'll keep you up to date with the latest on this.
That is intense, Dan. 6:34 right now. If you live in Norman, it'll soon be easier for you to recycle. The city is opening a brand new recycling center at noon. That new drop-off recycling center joins 3 others. The new one is on the east side. It's at Fire Station number 9 on Alameda and is the first to be built on city-owned property. Take a look at these pictures that police want you to see this morning. This is from Oklahoma City Police here. They're looking for these 4 people. Police say they stole $1,000 worth of shoes from the Nike store at the outlet mall earlier this month. If you recognize anyone pictured on your screen right now, call Crime Stoppers.
Norman police are asking for your help this morning. They're trying to find a missing elderly woman named Karen Reese. Take a look at her picture here. Officers say she was last seen at her home on Creighton Court yesterday morning. She could be driving a 2009 Toyota Matrix with a Michigan license plate. The tag number is on your screen. If you see her, call 911.
A wild one here. 2 people behind bars this morning accused of trying to burglarize a laundromat. Eden News and Eagle reporting happened at the Easy Coin Laundry on Van Buren at 2 a.m. yesterday morning. When police got there, they found a man sitting outside in a car, another man inside the business. Police say they found shell casings and bullet holes inside, and they believe the man was trying to shoot locks off of a change machine. The SWAT team had to be called in, and they threw some chemical munitions inside the business before they went in. They ended up finding Troy Hickey inside of a dryer. Officers also arrested the driver sitting in the car, Pablo Ramirez. Both now face burglary charges.
Happening today, fire cadets will go through specialized training to learn how to fight flammable liquid and gas fires. That training will take place at the Eastern Oklahoma County Tech Center Fire Academy. Crews will use live propane fires, and cadets will practice with hose, streams, and cool tanks and foam. The training begins at 9 this morning.
All right. Well, if you stop by the Walmart in Yukon over the next few days, you might see some Canadian County Sheriff's deputies ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. The deputies, even the sheriff himself, have adopted 3 days to help with the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. This morning at 9 o'clock, they'll be at the Walmart on Garth Brooks in Yukon.
Happening today, the woman accused of shooting her 3 kids and killing 2 of them is scheduled to be in court. Okmulgee County authorities say Amy Hall is scheduled to be in court at 2 this afternoon. This is Hall's first court appearance. She's accused of killing Kaysen and Chloe Tolliver. Her other daughter escaped with minor injuries. She faces 2 murder charges and 1 charge of shooting with intent to kill.
Right now, Yukon police looking for people who destroyed a Christmas display over the weekend. The city posted these pictures on social media. You can see some of the displays were broken, wires were cut, cords unplugged. City crews have worked to repair the damage. So far, police haven't found the people who vandalized the display.
The Tulsa Race Riot Commission is changing its name to the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre Commission. The group continues to uncover new details about what happened in 1921, and they say the word riot just doesn't tell the real story. The name officially changes this morning at 10 a.m. during a special event in Tulsa.
A Cleveland County K-9 deputy being praised this morning for helping capture a suspect in a car theft. Started around 10:30 yesterday morning when Master Sergeant Travis Schroyer and his K-9 Heavy assisted Norman police with the recovery of a stolen car. Police say they had 2 men in custody and were looking for a 3rd suspect, who was a woman. Heavy was able to track that woman down in the woods after finding a stocking cap and a purse. The K-9 deputy found her hiding in a dog crate inside of a shed. The woman was taken into custody without incident.
Historic Route 66 could be getting new life. You're looking live at Route 66 near I-44 right now. Senator Jim Inhofe's proposal would designate the highway as a National Historic Trail. Its goal is to revitalize cities and small towns along Route 66. The road was one of the first in the U.S. highway system, spanning more than 2,400 miles through 8 states.
Happening today, an exciting holiday event for the whole family. The Harn Homestead is hosting its territorial Christmas event from 6:30 to 8:30 this evening. The event features holiday crafts and decorations, a food truck, and guess who's going to be there? Santa! Tickets cost $5 in advance, $7 at the gate. Harn House is located on North Lincoln Boulevard near Northeast 23rd, right here in Oklahoma City.
I think we get more excited about Santa
than
than
the kids, right? I like it.
True.
And the weather's going to be great out there this evening.
Excellent.
Yeah, really
Good.
nice day today, including this evening. Temperatures will be in the low 60s around 6 p.m. and then falling into the upper 50s with clear skies and not much wind. So today, one of the best days over the next 7 to get those holiday decorations up. 60 around noon, 66 at 3. Not much wind today, and we will see all that sunshine. So thunderstorm chances come back late tomorrow, and then it gets colder and windy this weekend. We've got your back with that newest risk for severe weather on your Friday coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear. A traffic update at 6:40 now. Good morning, everyone. We have 2 construction projects kicking off along I-35 north and south later on this morning. The first at Southeast Grand Boulevard, the shoulder closing beginning at 9 o'clock this morning and continuing until 4 o'clock this afternoon. This is while crews work to install a sign in this area of the interstate. Let's head north to Edmond now, where we have the same closure happening between 2nd Street and East 15th. The shoulder closing beginning at 9 and continuing until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Let's take a live look outside of your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip is on I-40 eastbound near Anderson Road right now. Things looking really good through that area. You can see more traffic in the westbound lanes. He's going to give us a closer look at that construction that's expected this evening from 7:30 until about 3:30 tomorrow morning. That I-40 West going to be reduced to 1 lane. He'll have an update for us in just a few minutes. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Emily. A new generic version of the EpiPen is available right now.
But find out why else the generic version isn't different from the original.
We're still keeping tabs on that very, very large fire out in Arizona. Let's take you to a quick live look. You can see this is going to burn for some time. Fire crews just trying to contain that to this large mansion just to the southeast in Phoenix. We're going to continue to follow this. But right now, I want to take you over to President Trump's Twitter feed. He, just 2 hours away from leaving for the G20 summit, is talking tariffs. They're going to be a big talk at the G20, especially when he sits down with Chinese President Xi Jinping, and directly targeting China in this tweet. He says billions of dollars are pouring into the coffers of the USA because of the tariffs being charged to China, and there is a long way to go. President Trump earlier this week had threatened to place more tariffs on China if a deal could not be reached between himself and the Chinese president. We'll see if that happens. It's going to be a big weekend there in Buenos Aires.
Thank you, Dan. 6:45 right now. Arguments will begin for the trial of James Fields Jr. He's the man accused of running over Heather Heyer during a 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia last year. Several others were hurt when officers say Fields plowed into a crowd of people demonstrating against the rally. Fields has pleaded not guilty to the murder. He also faces federal hate crime charges. A Florida teenager is safe and sound this morning after being trapped in an abandoned bank vault for several hours. Officials say that the teenager was walking around the abandoned Bank of America with a friend when they entered the vault. The door then closed behind him. Rescue crews worked for several hours to free the teenager. A tactical team and vault specialist worked with rescue crews.
Right now, Apple is offering more money to trade an outdated iPhone. The company is raising the trade-in value of older phones through its Give Back program. For example, you can get $150 for an iPhone 6 and $200 for a 6 Plus. That's double the old trade-in value for those models.
In your health news this morning here at 6:46, the old song goes, breaking up is hard to do, right? But for some it seems impossible. They can convince themselves of a million reasons to stay with a partner that they're just not that into anymore. In today's Health Minute, Kim Hutchinson explores why someone just can't quite break away.
There comes a time in many relationships when one or both of the partners wonder if their union will last. Some relationships continue even though the couple no longer feels fulfilled or happy. So why is it hard for some couples to pull the plug? 2 recent studies set out to answer the question, why would someone stay in an unhappy relationship? The studies followed close to 1,900 people for 8 to 10 weeks. In both studies, the more dependent someone thought their partner was on the relationship, the less likely they were to break up. Concerns about kids, finances, lifestyle, and community standing can also influence a person's decision to stay in an unfulfilling relationship. But studies show that not wanting to hurt the other person's feelings was the main reason they stayed. Therapists say this approach doesn't do anyone any good and can actually be selfish because you're taking away your partner's right to make a choice. Instead, be honest. There's no guaranteed way to break up without causing some pain, so the best thing you can do is tell your partner the truth and make sure you take care of your own mental health. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
What a soap opera there. Just shake it off and move on if you can. All right now, a new, I can't even keep reading. All right, going more health news for you. Right now, a new generic version of the EpiPen is available, but it won't save you money. Nope, the EpiPen is used to treat life-threatening allergic emergencies. Teva Pharmaceuticals version was approved in August. The move is designed to offer patients a lower cost option and to ease the shortage of EpiPens. While Teva's production will help with the shortage, it costs the same as the original brand at $300. And if you still need a flu shot, we've got your back this afternoon. The Oklahoma City County Health Department is having an after-hours flu shot clinic. It's free to get one, so take advantage of it. You can drop by the Gary Cox Partner Building on Northeast 63rd from 4:30 to 6:30 this afternoon. And right now, the latest coffee craze involves adding butter and oil to your morning cup. What is this
I've
about?
heard of this.
I think I would like it. I mean, I've put coconut oil in my coffee before.
How was that?
It's good. It's a good substitute for like cream and sugar. And a more healthy substitute.
You know what I like in my coffee?
What?
More coffee.
You just like it straight up
coffee.
black, right?
It's coffee.
I'm under the impression of the whole, do you want a little coffee with your creamer? Because I put a lot of creamer in my coffee.
I used to. I really don't anymore.
So why, tell everybody, why are we adding butter? There's a reason,
Go ahead,
right?
Chris, read it, you.
So it's part of a low-fat, it's part of the high-fat, low-carb keto diet that so many people are into, I guess. And it's drunk in place of breakfast.
Oh, so you don't eat anything. I cannot do that. There's no way. I have to eat.
Dieters
Part
who
of that
drink the
intermittent
coffee,
fasting.
Yeah. Oh, if you drink the coffee with the butter, they believe it helps them feel full for hours and prevents overeating during the day.
Really?
I cannot not eat
Solid
in the morning.
food.
I have to eat.
Solid
Within
food.
30 minutes, I
Yeah.
have to eat something when I wake up. Within 30 minutes.
So you guys would be proud of me today. I woke up and fried some bacon. And I made a bacon and jelly sandwich. Because I don't eat in the morning.
We were wondering where
Bacon
you
and jelly sandwich?
That's what I smell like, the bacon. Yeah, that's what I ate.
Why did you not bring the pregnant girl some bacon?
Oh, you know what?
The look on Marcy's
Let me
face
not
right now.
say that.
You had bacon and you didn't bring me
bring
any?
it to me.
Bring me any.
See, my fault. Next time, Marcy, I'll give you a whole pack.
Okay, but bacon and jelly does
Pound
not
of
sound very
bacon.
good to me.
I've been eating it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Bacon and
Yeah.
jelly. I'll eat bacon with anything.
See, I don't like bacon and syrup together.
You don't?
I don't like
I
That's the best
do.
way to have it.
No,
I am the
I know it's.
opposite.
I'm weird. I don't like chocolate and mint. That's an ongoing thing. Every day we talk about that.
Marcy says no to that.
Nope. Coffee and breakfast forecast today. Looking pretty good out there. We are chilly, but not as cold as we've been the past couple of days. 41 degrees at 6 a.m., 39 at 7, and then we'll be around 40 at 8 a.m. We are tracking our next big weather maker, which will be a cold front that'll be moving in tomorrow. So today, rain-free, a little windier tomorrow, and then as this cold front moves in, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms develop after 5 p.m. They may pop up along the I-35 corridor and then move quickly into eastern Oklahoma. And then behind this, your weekend will be dry and a little bit cooler. There is a risk for severe weather, though. It's been a while since we've had a risk. It's enhanced in east and southeast Oklahoma. That's a level 3 out of 5, a much lower threat in the metro, but a couple of thunderstorms could be strong or severe Friday afternoon and evening. So if you're traveling down for the Big 12 championship game, try to leave a little bit earlier if you can, because Friday afternoon and evening, you'll be dealing with those thunderstorms all along I-35 south into Dallas. Arlington forecast on Saturday, 58 for tailgating, 71 by the fourth quarter. Looking pretty good. 62 on Saturday around here, 50 on Sunday. We could see some snow chances on Sunday evening in northwest Oklahoma. Not even out of the question for us to see some of those snow chances as far south as the Oklahoma City Metro Sunday night into Monday morning. 66 our high today, upper 60s tomorrow. Look at next week. Highs will be in the 40s.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you for waking up and joining us this morning. We are almost to rush hour. We're already seeing some minor slowdowns along I-35 North, just south of I-240, and then, of course, I-40 West, just east of I-240. So keep that in mind as you head out the door this morning. We've got your back with a look at your current drive times. More to OKC. Still looking really good, 13 minutes. Those of you coming up I-44 East, Southwest 149th Street to I-40 going to take you about 10 minutes. Yukon, Mustang, El Reno commuters, you're looking at about 12 minutes. Those of you coming the Broadway extension southbound to I-44, only 5 minutes. And then those of you coming up I-40 West from about Peebly Road, not Choctaw, going to take you about 17 minutes. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip, you are on I-40 East this morning. Is that correct?
Yep, and looking at a beautiful sunrise here, traffic flowing smoothly right here. I'm kind of near Harra-Nuwala Road, and it's going to be here that we'll be seeing I-40 shutting down for a time. That's going to be starting Friday night, 9 o'clock between Harra-Nuwala Road and Peebly Road. That will be a closure that's going to be lasting until 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, so probably not affecting a lot of you, but if you're trying to get through here Friday night, definitely going to be some problems. There'll be some detours set up for you, but definitely expect that to be kind of a problem. Emily?
All right, good information there. Thank you, Chip. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Here's what's coming up tonight on Fox 25. It's Thursday night football. How about them Cowboys? They're playing the the Saints. Yeah, the New Orleans Saints. They're playing them, so you got to stick around for that. Also, the primetime news at 9 with Mike and Wendy.
Hey, we're back 6:57 this morning on a Thursday. It is a busy day. We've had a lot of news from overnight. We'll get you caught up on that in just a moment.
These are my favorite stories, okay? A California businessman and restaurant owner paying it forward this week by handing out $1,000 checks to students and teachers of Paradise High School.
Many were left with nothing when the campfire burned through town. Fox's Andrea Sr. tells us more from Chico.
Heartbroken by the destruction brought by the campfire, Bob Wilson traveled from Southern California to Butte County to help victims of the fire, some of the youngest victims.
I just thought that if I could just put a smile on their face and give them some freedom and get them so that they could take their mind off what what they've been through.
At Chico High School on Tuesday afternoon, he donated a $1 million gift to Paradise High School, giving 980 students and 105 teachers and staff members $1,000 each to do with what they please. The catch? Well, there isn't one. No strings attached here.
Hearing it, I was shocked, and this guy hasn't even been here before, and it's so kind of him to do it. And people don't realize how much it helps, like even the small stuff.
So it's really just helping us all at this point, and anybody can use it for anything, and it's just great for us to have it.
For the most part, damage to Paradise High School is minimal, we're told, but the school can't reopen because so much of the surrounding community is gone.
Even when we can open it, there's nowhere for anybody to live. You're not going to live next door because the apartments are not there.
Some Paradise students have already moved away. That's because the campfire destroyed not only property, but the Paradise High School community for its students. It is the reason that Wilson feels so compelled to help these teens and staff at Paradise.
It was a great time of my life, and it was carefree, to be honest with you.
The 89-year-old real estate developer and owner of the Fish Market restaurant, which has 4 locations in the Bay Area, said after coming up with the idea, he reached out to the Paradise High School principal about delivering the money to the school.
A teenager can replace most everything in their bedroom for $1,000, especially because they had their phones on them and all that. So it's super exciting for them.
The San Diego resident is the latest to show the lens of human compassion from a man who has never been to Paradise and has no connection to the town. So, why did Wilson do it?
They did have smiles on their face, and again, that's the joy I'm getting out of this whole thing is with these kids.